Hello everyone, this is Roxas Rostra and I'll be talking about the time series analysis of the data. So for that, the data downloaded are Bixler Index Well, J17, Comal Spring, and San Marcos Spring data, and these are downloaded from the site Edward Aquifer Authority Historical Data. And all of these wells are of all of the data are of Edward Aquifer. So at first, Bixler Index Well. Um, will be used to conduct time series analysis. In time series data that uh, that was downloaded, the data was not in proper daily format, so it was changed into a daily format by merging daily date with the date of the data. And after that there are lots of missing values over here in different places. So after that, Kalman filtering will be used to fill these spaces, fill these gaps. So Kalman filtering fills the missing data, and it does so by estimating the state at each time step of data, and makes prediction about the future behavior. It uses impute TS packages, um, and uh, so after that, the the time series data is changed into 10-day moving format, so that so that it reduces the small term noise, and it soothes out the data. So in the figure, uh, here, the first one is of the time series data after using Kalman filtering. And here it can be seen that there are no more uh, missing data or any missing spaces. And the second one is after applying 10-day average. By doing 10-day average, we smooth out the data, short-term data. And here we can here it may not be quite visible, but if we look closely, we can see that the short-term data are short-term noise are removed. The um, in 10-day average, the data it takes is from 1 to 10. By shifting towards right, it does so so for so it takes first to 10 data. So for first 10 data, it takes the average of 1 to 10, and for the 11 data, it takes the average from 2 to 11. So so the first 9 values will be missing, and the time series data will be smooth. So uh, we need to we need to see we need to see that if the imputing caused much imputing caused um, any vast changes in the data or not. So for that, we need to check the summary before applying before applying the uh, Kalman filtering, and after applying the Kalman filtering. So here we can see that the median and mean have not changed that much, as 667.6 to 5, and 664.8 to 676.5. So so sorry, this is for the uh, this is for after imputing, and this is for before imputing. The NA have the NA is removed after imputing. So there is not vast changes, so it can be considered. Now Now next, the additive decomposition of data is done. So for decomposition, uh, in decomposition, the data is split into four types. The first one is normal data that we saw before, and the second one is the trend, which shows long-term behavior of the data. The third one is seasonal, that is that we can say that regular pattern or cycle that occur within a year. And fourth one is gonna be random, which shows the unpredictable variation in data, that is noise. um, so here we can see that so here we can see the observe, trend, seasonal, and random trend. So next we will next we will see the ACF and PACF to see the structure of the data. Yeah, ACF displays the correlation coefficient between values of time series and their lags. Lag is the time difference between two observation in the series, and PSCF displays the correlation coefficient between values, but it removes the intermediate values. That is, it conducts correlation between the first data and third data, like removing the in between datas. Here, here is the ACF and PSCF for J17 data. So, so here we can see the the correlation between between near near data are higher than between farther datas. And we can also see the partial uh, autocorrelation function. So next is the Menn-Kendall test, which is like a statistical test that is used to detect the trend in time series data. So p-value, if the p-value is negative, that suggests that there is a significant trend in the data. Here we can see that the p-value is negative. So there is a sudden trend in the data. So the similar time series analysis is conducted for Komal also. Here also the missing data are filled, and the summary statistics is taken out. Here mean and median is changed just by one number, 300 and 299. This is also not quite high difference, so it can be considered. Next is the decomposition of additive decomposition of time series. We can see the trend, the seasonal variation, um, the next is ACF and PSCF uh, for for Komal. And here there is here we can here there is no higher trend as in J17 data. So in Menn-Kendall's also the p-value is negative, so we can see the trend in the data. Next is for Springs and Marcus. Springs and Marcus also, we did the similar procedure and took out um, and filled these gaps, and took out the index spaces and smooth out the sort of noise, and took out the summary with the median and mean considerable. And next, the decomposition of additive time series is done, followed by taking out ACF and DKCF and tau. Next is the cross correlation function. Here, as we can see that the higher value is seen before the value is seen after 0. So coral lags to J17 by some days, and the similar kind of uh, cross correlation is seen for San Marcos and corals J17 and San Marcos. Thank you.